You believe you chose to spend it, you didn't. The friction that once made you hesitate was quietly engineered away, one tap at a time, so you never even noticed. Hold a coin and feel its weight. Now imagine tapping your phone. One feels real, the other feels like nothing. That difference is costing you more than you think. The moment you tap, that coin you held begins to dissolve, not physically but mentally. Its weight, its value, its meaning gone in a digital ping. Prelec and Simster proved that people spend more with plastic than cash. The numbers don't lie. Your brain simply doesn't register the loss when you tap. Your brain has a built-in stop signal for cash. Tapping removes that signal. That's not your fault. It's the system design, and it works every single time. You bought it, you tapped. The coffee is in your hand. Now check your wallet. Something doesn't add up. You feel nothing, yet the money is already gone. Every tap is a drop in the bucket. Individually, nothing. But over a month, that bucket overflows. You didn't see the leak, but you felt the emptiness. Everyone around you is tapping, smiling, walking away. Nobody winces, nobody counts. That's the power of frictionless spending. It's a silent, social epidemic. Look at your bank statement. The taps add up, week after week. A graph that climbs without you noticing the data doesn't care about your intentions. Receipts pile up, like a tower of tiny decisions. Each one says tap, but none say this cost you something. The real price is hidden in plain sight. Your brain has a pain gate for spending. Cash trips it loudly, tap bypasses it completely. The system didn't just remove friction, it removed your brakes. The terminal says accepted with a cheerful ping, but what exactly got accepted? A payment without weight, without hesitation, without a single thought about the balance behind it. You check your balance and see the number drop. It happens so fast, you almost miss it. But that $41, that was yesterday's coffee, today's lunch, gone. The flow is simple. Tap, no brain signal, spend more. That's not a failure of willpower. It's a feature of the system, and it works on everyone. You just saw how much vanished. But wait until you see who designed this system. It wasn't an accident that tapping feels like nothing. That was the point. Research from 2001 is still true today. People pay more with cards. The mechanism hasn't changed, it's just gotten faster, smoother, and harder to resist. The invisible hand of payment. It's not a metaphor. It's a real system that takes your money before you feel it leave. Watch how it works, then stop it. With cash, you hesitate. With cards, you grab and go. That moment of hesitation, that's the gap between wanting something and actually losing money. Tapping removes it. Friction is the pause that protects you. The system's goal is to remove every pause, every hesitation, every chance to ask, do I really need this? The data is clear. Tap spending is 40% higher than cash. 40%. That's not a habit. That's a design. And it's been working on you for years. Your brain treats cash and card money differently. Cash feels real. Card money feels like numbers on a screen, but the numbers are just as real and you're losing them. The pain switch in your brain is real. Cash flips it on, tap flips it off. The system didn't create the switch, it just found the off position and locked it. Same coffee, same price, different feeling. Cash makes you wince. Tap makes you shrug. That shrug is costing you thousands over a year. It's time to pay attention. One tap a day adds up faster than you think. A coffee here, a snack there by the end of the month. It's a number that makes you wince, but you felt nothing. The daily coffee, the tap, the routine. You don't think twice, but the total at the end of the month? That's not routine. That's a leak you never noticed. A subscription you signed up for once keeps draining your account. One tap started it, and it never stopped. The system loves that kind of commitment. Multiply one daily tap by 365. That's a number that should scare you. $3,800 a year just from feeling nothing while you tap. That's money you could be keeping. $3,800, that's coffee. Snacks, those little impulse buys you barely remember. You didn't feel them leave, but you definitely feel the hole they left behind. Planned spending feels different from impulse tapping. The plan requires effort, the tap requires none. That's why the system prefers the tap every single time. That $3,800 is just the beginning. What if I told you the real cost is even higher? The system takes its cut, and you never see the final bill. Fees stack like a mountain. A $4 coffee becomes $4.50, then $5, then $10. The system doesn't take it all at once. It takes it one small step at a time. Over a year, tap spending climbs relentlessly, cash spending stays flat. The difference is not your spending habits, it's the friction that's been taken away. Where does your tap money go? Mostly coffee, subscriptions, snacks. The system doesn't care what you buy, it only cares that you keep tapping without thinking. The weight of your taps is heavy. A single tap feels weightless, but a year of taps adds up to $4,900, a pile of coins you never saw leave your pocket. Your brain's alarm for spending should ring loud for cash. It does, for tap silence. That silence is the system's greatest achievement and your biggest cost. A brain scan shows pain when you spend cash. Nothing shows when you tap. That blank screen is the system's blueprint. Pleasure without payment, gain without loss. The price tag says $4.99, but the tap total is $6.50. Where did the extra go? It's not a mistake, it's the system's cut, hidden in plain sight. Every tap carries hidden fees, merchant, network, surcharges. You never see them, but you pay them. $4.99 becomes $6.50, and you feel nothing. Your money flows down a drain with every tap. A coin here, a fee there, soon you're watching a river of cash disappear, and you're left wondering where it went. That $4,900 could buy you 2 weeks of vacation, 50 books, or 1,000 coffees. Instead, it went to fees. That's the opportunity cost of tapping. The checkout leak is real. Every tap in that line adds up to thousands per minute. The system is collecting, and you're paying whether you feel it or not. A small tap starts a snowball of fees. $1 becomes $5, then $50, then $100. By the time you notice, this snowball is huge and rolling straight for your wallet. The tap-to-fee pipeline is simple. Tap, merchant fee, network fee, interest. It's not a secret, it's the business model. You just never see the fine print. Automatic taps feel like nothing. Deliberate cash feels like something. That difference is the gap between control and autopilot. The system wants you on autopilot. Younger generations tap more and feel less. The system has trained them well. But you can unlearn it. You just need to add back the friction they removed. The house always wins. Every tap feeds a system designed to take its cut. The house doesn't force you to tap, it just makes it impossible to say no. The price tag and the receipt never match. That $4.99 becomes $6.50, and you pay the difference without a second thought. That's the system's hidden tax. Every tap connects you to a network of fees. Your phone, the terminal, the bank, they all take a slice. You're not just buying coffee, you're feeding a machine. The breakdown is clear. You pay $4.99, the merchant gets $4.50, the network takes 0.35, the bank takes 0.15s. That's the system's cut every time. You've seen how much the house took, but wait until you see the trap they built to make sure you never stop tapping. It's not a bug, it's the core design. Behind every tap is a control room tracking your spending. The system knows how much you tap, when, and where. It doesn't judge, it just collects. Every tap leaves a data trail, your habits, your preferences, your limits. The system learns and adapts, making it even harder for you to stop the next time. The algorithm knows your spending better than you do. It adjusts fees and notifications to keep you tapping. It's not random, it's personalized friction removal. The surveillance hub watches every tap. Your spending data feeds the system, and the system feeds on your data. It's a loop that never stops without your intervention. You think you choose when to tap, but the algorithm chooses for you. It's the puppet master. The sooner you see the strings, the sooner you can cut them. The habit loop is simple. Trigger, tap, reward, repeat. The system built that loop for you. You're not lazy, you're wired to tap, and it's working. It's not your willpower that's weak, it's the system that's strong. The design removed every obstacle between wanting and buying. You were set up to fail. Willpower is a small barrier against a massive funnel of friction removal. You can't out-willpower a system that's been engineered to bypass your every defense. The system adapts to your resistance. Try to stop, and it changes the fees, the notifications, the triggers. Willpower can't keep up with that kind of agility. The system's cut is huge. Network fees, bank fees, processor fees, every tap feeds that machine, and you never see the breakdown. That's the real cost. The system never stops evolving. It updates, optimizes, and learns. You can't outsmart something that changes faster than you can build a habit to resist it. The spider web of fees is invisible until you're caught. Every tap adds another strand, another fee, another data point. The trap is already there. You just didn't see it. You see a tap, the system sees a profit. The difference is everything. One is the surface, the other is the mechanism. Once you know, you can't unsee it. Your tap becomes their profit. The processor takes data, turns it into fees, and sends the rest back to you. That's the business model. It's working. That $4,900 you saw, that's just the start of what the house takes. But here's the part they don't want you to know: you can stop the leak without willpower. You can't budget your way out of a system designed to bypass your budget. The system is bigger than your willpower, but you can change how you interact with it. Budgeting fights the system, but the system is smarter. It removes friction, while budgeting demands self-control. The system wins every time until you add friction back. The fee extractor machine takes your money and gives back less. You're not losing, you're paying for a service you never asked for. Now, the tap hourglass never stops. With every tap, money flows down and away. You can't stop the hourglass, but you can choose not to start it. The fortress of the house is open for entry. The drawbridge says tap to enter. But once you cross, you're inside. Don't cross, build your own door. Willpower fights friction. The system removes friction. Fighting removal is like swimming upstream. You'll tire long before the current changes. There's a better way. The tap machine never stops, no matter how hard you press the button. Willpower isn't enough. You need to change the machine itself. Start by adding a pause. Willpower pushes a coin uphill. The system glides it down a frictionless ramp. Which one do you think wins? The answer is in the design, not the effort. Swimming against the current is exhausting. The system's current is strong and constant. You can't outswim it, but you can build a boat. Start with a balance check. Willpower fades over time. System friction doesn't. That's the data. Your effort is finite. The system's removal is permanent. Change the system, not yourself. Every friction point removed is a gap in your defenses. Willpower can't fill every gap. Only a new system can. Add friction at the source, the tap itself. The frictionless slide is fun until you realize there's no stop. Willpower can't grab the rails. They're greased. The slide is the system. The stop is up to you. The gap between intention and action is wide. You want to stop, but the system removed the bridge. You can't cross without rebuilding the bridge with a pause. Willpower is a battery that drains system. Friction is constant and endless. You can't outlast it, but you can change the input. Check your balance first. You've seen the trap. Now here's the twist. You don't need willpower to escape. The system designed the trap, but you can design your way out. Start with a pause. Two approaches: struggle against the wall or redesign the machine. One tires you, the other frees you. Choose redesign. It's the only way out of the tap trap. Adding mental friction is simple. Before you tap, check your balance. That pause is your new bridge. It's small, but it's the step that stops the leak. Pull the friction lever. Add a pause before every tap. That pause is your control. It's the difference between autopilot and choice. You are the lever. Budgeting alone won't stop taps. The system outlasts your budget. What stops taps is adding friction at the source, a balance check before the terminal. Before you tap, ask yourself, how much is in my account? That question adds friction. It's a small pause that can save you thousands over a year. Each time you check your balance before tapping, you're filling your savings jar. That pause turns a leak into a savings engine. Control feels good. Before, tap and feel nothing. After, check and keep control. The difference is you taking a second to pause. That second is the flip. Welcome to control. The toggle switch is in your hands. Autopilot or conscious choice. Flipping it is as easy as checking your balance before you tap. You decide. Conscious choice in action. You check, you pause, you pay cash. The leak stops and your savings start to grow. It's not magic, it's a simple habit. The wellness gauge rises with every balance check. Your savings grow and your peace of mind follows. You're not just saving money, you're taking back control. Consistency is the key. Daily balance checks become routine. Small choices add up to big savings. Control isn't a one-time event, it's a daily practice. DAP $87.50 saved. That's from checking before tapping. It's not a fortune, but it's proof. Proof that adding friction works. Proof that you're in control. The savings snowball rolls, growing with every balance check. One pause leads to another, and before you know it, you've built a mountain of control. Freedom from the tap is peace. A quiet afternoon, a full savings jar, and the knowledge that you're no longer a passenger, you're the driver now. You've seen the trap and the escape. Now let's go one step further. There's a simple way to build this into your daily life so you don't even have to think about it. 3 steps. Check before you tap, use cash for small items. Watch your savings grow. It's simple, effective, and yours. Start today with just one check. Step 1, check your balance, write it down, make it a routine. Small wins build big habits. That's how you stop the leak for good. Step 2, use cash for small things. That $5 coffee feels different when it leaves your hand. You feel the loss, and that feeling is your new defense. This is what it looks like when you take control. Next, the warm sign-off. You've earned the right to feel good about your money. It's yours again. That $4,900 you used to lose, now it stays with you. Every time you check your balance, you choose control. Welcome to the other side.